Printing dates back all the way to 3000 BCE in the Mesopotamian civilization. Throughout history, the useful technique of printing spread from China to India to Europe before spreading around the world. The first form of printing was block printing, and this was started in China. This method was used on textiles and paper. The next in the development of printing was movable printing. This allowed for people to rearrange the pieces. This led to the printing press, which was a major form of printing that spread from Europe to the rest of the world. There were many improvements on the printing press that allowed for easier use and faster printing. Color slowly became incorporated into printing and allowed for colored prints rather than black and white prints. Within the last few decades, printing has become extremely easy. This is because everyone has computers, and the current form of printing is computer printing.
3D printers turn computer models into real things by taking 3D models in STL format and transmitting them to 3D printers. The 3D printers create a physical object by adding layer after layer. 3D printers can now use multiple materials to make objects including plastics, metal, glass, and even chocolate. 3D printing has been around for a long time, and in that time has become very precise. Most usage of 3D printers is in the industrial setting. Here, 3D printers are used to make molds or to create prototypes that would be very resource consuming to create otherwise. The current speed at which 3D printers work and the cost of ink make mass production through the method improbable. In the last few years, innovators such as MakerBot and Cubify have started to create products that can be bought by consumers. Do-it-yourself kits start as little as $600, and fully functional out-of-the-box 3D printers started around $1,500. The functionality of these printers is much like their industrial descendants. These printers mostly use plastic filament to print objects. Websites such as Shapeboys.com and iMaterialize allow users to upload their object specifications online. These websites offer the consumer an opportunity to buy a product they know was created through the 3D printing manufacturing process. But the more impressive feature of these sites is that a consumer can buy the plans for the object through these websites and then print using their own device.
Oh, didn't see you there. Just looking up some information on 3D printing. On a corporate level, companies that implement 3D printing technologies are able to create a prototype on-site and fit and test that prototype in real time. This potentially saves companies time and money and also ensures products are well tested and functional before entering production. 3D printing provides immense benefits to the healthcare industry. Medical implements, tools, hearing aids, intricate designs, and prosthetics can be printed on-site and used immediately in case of emergency situations. 3D printed medical devices have already been used. For example, doctors have recently replaced 75% of a man's skull with a 3D printed prosthetic. In addition to medical technologies, any other tool used in a science laboratory can be printed and used. For example, instead of hauling all of the tools necessary for repairs up to the International Space Station, astronauts could simply bring along a 3D printer and print the designs for the specific tools needed, saving space and fuel. Consumer use of 3D printing could turn homes into factories, enabling people to print anything they need. There will also most likely be an initial rise in 3D printing stores, in the same way there was a rise in printing and copying stores prior to the mass production of home 2D printers.
Although 3D printing may have some amazing potential as an emerging technology, there are also some negative effects that 3D printing can lead as people find ways to use new technology with bad intentions. One negative effect of 3D printing is that dangerous objects can be created. Weapons such as knives or clubs and even firearms can be printed with within just the privacy of an individual's home. Recently, the design of the lower receiver of the AR-15, a popular firearm, was posted on a website where users share 3D printing designs. Although homemade firearms are nothing new, 3D printing can make it easier to create them, giving people easier access and allowing more in circulation. This can threaten the gun control the U.S. currently enforces. Other criminal usage of a 3D printer includes the creation of ATM's car scanners, which was once done in Texas by a couple of thieves who installed the scanners in ATMs around their city. They were able to steal about $400,000 before they got caught. Hacker also found a way to replicate small keys that are able to open handcuffs by using the 3D printer. Criminals can easily unlock themselves using these 3D printed keys which is definitely a security risk that police should be aware of.
Hey there! The future applications of 3D printing will be able to take you as far as your imagination will let you. With consumer 3D printers already available and at a reasonable price for the time, one can only dream of what the industry and technology will be like 10 years from now. One of the most interesting future applications of 3D printing first brings us to space exploration. NASA and private space firms such as SpaceX are trying to bring 3D printer technology for their astronaut teams. Another future use of 3D printing may in fact replace the traditional retail outlet store. While many people do most of their shopping online these days, perhaps one day in the future, people will be able to purchase an item online and print it out immediately without the hassle of logistics services. There are many other future uses of this revolutionary technology on home manufacturing. Like I already said, the possibilities are only limited by your imagination.